We would like to remind you that you can call us 471-3700, ask questions, make any comments. Joining me on this segment is the Reverend William Allen Evans, along with casmarah. They're here as site monitors for the Summer Food Service Program. Mr. Evans, last year you served as a site supervisor under this feeding program. Tell us, what are your duties as a site monitor?
Okay, we are to receive the lunches as a site supervisor, and as a monitor we are to check the sites. Each monitor has a number of sites to check each day to see that the lunches are being served, to see that the supervisor at each site is responsible for the serving the lunches, and try to make the individuals who are with the lunches comfortable. I, as a supervisor, try to do the thing that would make the students comfortable, make the children enjoy the food, and teach them decorum and manners. I involved a lot of things in it, and they really appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Monty, I know for several years you worked with this program. What have you been involved in as far as being a site monitor?
As far as the site monitor, I guess our number one objective is to be the policeman of the program. You know, it's our job to ride around and check on sites and make sure that everything is functioning properly, that the sites are living up to the standards of the Board of Health approval, and that the lunches are being fed on the premises.
Okay, that's one of the requirements. When the children receive the food, one of the requirements is that they consume the food on the site.
That's correct.
What are some of the other things that you look for when you go out to monitor the sites, other than the food being served appropriately, or them consuming it on site? What about the facilities themselves? What do you check?
Well, the facilities must also meet the standards of being approved, the approved standards of becoming a site from the very beginning. So we do what we call a pre-op before the program starts. We go and check these places 2 weeks ahead of time, and to make sure that they meet the standards that are required by the state. And so when the program began as monitors, we just make sure that those standards remain as they are. For example, refrigeration. These sites must have somewhere to store the food, refrigerate the food, and we make sure that the refrigeration continues to work, and that the places continue, sanitation is kept.
Okay, Reverend Allen Williams, Bay Willie. What are some of in viewing the program itself, Mr. Evans, in viewing the program itself, what are some of the things that you have observed in the children? I know you mentioned the activities, some of the recreational and the educational activities. How do you see this program as being important during the hot summer months?
Very, very important, Mr. Davis. As I said earlier, at the InfoCare, we had a program going that involved, I imagine, over 300 children in the run of the program. They were very interested in what we were doing, and the food was very delicious, and we taught manners. I must emphasize that. The young people that I involved with, they came in with a certain attitude, but as the program progressed, I tried to inject. Being a minister, I cannot get away from this, and I inject them, even saying their grace and things that they came in one attitude, and before the program ended, it was amazing how they came in with the attitude had changed, the disposition had changed. They would come in and begin and maybe pushing in the line, but after I talked to them and I would sit down with them, I would even peel oranges for the young children, and as time went on, I was just proud, you know, and all the sites, and that's why I invite all the parents to find out why these sites are in your area and get involved. It's something that really help the young people, and their attitude changes, their disposition changes.
That was another point. By these sites being located throughout the Mobile County area, out in the community, or CAS, what kind of response do you get from the parents of the children? Can parents come out and volunteer at the sites, or is it encouraged?
Yes, we encourage volunteer assistance at every site, and in some instances parents come out and help man each site. However, most of the sites, there are paid staff on sites from the budget for the summer lunch program.
And so you have some paid staff, and then if people in the community want to come out,
that's correct,
they can.